First of its kind program is taking flight in a Twin Cities suburb today.
Minnetonka police are dispatching drones to some emergencies before first responders even arrive on the scene. As photojournalist Tony Peterson and Uba Ali show us, police say it's about responding faster, safer, and smarter.
This aircraft can be operated by one individual.
Now, see, this makes me wonder. Remember all of the issues that they had on 38th in Chicago? They said that they didn't want the ambulances up there at one point, or they said they didn't want the police, or it was something of that nature. And the ambulances were saying they couldn't get through there at one point. Now, I know that they've been clearing it out, but I'm wondering how this is going to go.
In emergency situations, every second counts.
The faster we get there, the shorter the response time, the better the result.
The city of Minnetonka is the first city in Minnesota to launch the drones as first responders or DFR program. The cost, about $265,000 per year.
I figured it would be about that. That's about the right price. You're going to spend about 200 grand for something like that at least. And then you got to think about who's going to be operating those as well.
Drones can often arrive at scene within minutes, sometimes even before officers, firefighters, or paramedics, giving us critical information right away.
The city has 6 drones docked at 4 different locations that can be deployed and on scene in 2 minutes within city limits. They are equipped with thermal vision, a spotlight, a speaker, and even a parachute system.
Residents, like the chief mentioned, can also view all of our drone activity through the public-facing dashboard, which makes the use of our drones transparent and accountable.
Now, when you use that term, transparent and accountable, I wonder what other neighborhoods they're going to be, surveilling during this time. Now, I do see something called Skidio Cloud Dashboard.
Residents we talked to were in favor of this new technology, but there were some concerns.
How are you supposed to tell if it's the police or if it's an enemy? You should have the right to destroy their drone, but if it's police and you accidentally, now you might end up in a whole other legal situation that you never...
Now, he's talking about actually committing a crime. He said, how do you know it's not an enemy? Now, what does he mean by enemy? I never heard anybody talk about a drone being an enemy. So that's very interesting. They might have to have some type of identification. Maybe they'll have like some kind of light. Maybe they won't have a light. Maybe they don't want people to know that they're, you could kind of hear them, I guess, but they might get to the point. I think some of them are actually low in volume. I'm quite sure they have stealth drones. But, when he said enemy, that kind of take me aback a little bit.
Would have anticipated to begin with.
This is not about surveillance. These drones are tools for safety and emergency response only.
The drone program won't run 24 hours to start, but rather during peak call times.
It's going to be a game changer for our
24 hours. So that means one could go up in the air, one could come down and charge. It's very interesting.
agency. It's really going to allow us that peace that we've never had before.
In Minnetonka, with photojournalist Tony Peterson, Uba Ali, WCCO News.
I'm gonna tell y'all flat out, this is a test. They're gonna be testing this stuff out, and before you know it, they're gonna be down on Broadway, East St. Paul, and stuff like that. They usually test these things out in our neighborhoods or whatnot, but they doing it in Minnetonka. The people, they probably figure like, hey, we ain't doing nothing. Y'all can have them. But when that dude says something about an enemy, that kind of threw me off. And you're probably not going to see the whole entire screen or whatever. It looked like it kind of cut it in half, but I don't know.